Give it back, my helmet. I want it. I want it. I want my helmet back. I see that we're live now. I'm glad that got...
That went live in like 2 seconds. Normally it takes like 10 seconds to go live. So I was sitting there, I'm not even paying attention. I hear, "Ba-doop, we're live." And I'm like, oh, crap. And at that point, it was just too late to stop you.
Nah, I want my helmet back. I want it. I want my helmet back.
Who took your helmet, Naki?
Loki took my helmet.
Was it Tom Hiddleston Loki, or was it like Teen Loki from the comics?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably both. I'm okay with it.
So you had dual Lokis in your fantasy.
Yeah. And?
I don't know. I don't know.
So this week, boyfriend brought over wired controllers for my PC because I have not yet gotten mine. I just ordered it. I've also just ordered a new headset, and
yeah, SP's jealous of the headphones you ordered.
yeah, I had a gift card burning in my pocket, and I was like, I desperately need something that are not earbuds. Hey, look, this is $100, and so is my gift card. Yay! But he brought them over, and we played Towerfall Ascension and Bloody Trapland, which, if you have not played either of these games, they're pretty cutthroat. And Bloody Trapland is a platformer where you race to the other side before the other person, but there's a lot of things in your way that want to kill you, like spikes and fists and things. And then there's...
Shot in the arrow do you get shot in the knee with an arrow?
You get shot in the face with a gun.
Ooh. Okay. Fair
and
enough.
You're a cat. I tend to play the cat with sunglasses. His sunglasses fly off. It's sad. And then Towerfall Ascension is kind of like an 8-bit.
Sea catchers.
Random. Is like an 8-bit. Like you get to choose if you want to be an archer or a princess or whatever, and you fight either little flying eyeballs or you can fight each other, which is more fun, honestly. And then so we beat the shit out of each other in video game format. And that was the highlight of my week because Tim Tom got banned, and so now I'm sad forever because I don't have Tim Tom stories anymore.
You know, I'm happy for you in one perspective that Tim Tom is gone because it's less stress, but from a show perspective, I'm really bummed to hear that Tim Tom is banned because that was some great hilarity.
Well, I think, I wasn't present for his last escapade, which apparently is what got him banned. I can tell you what it was.
Oh, we need to get one last Tim Tom story. Then we'll actually get into the show.
Okay, so I wasn't here, so this is all by hearsay. But Tim Tom, we have a little like a little jungle gym maze / ball pit. And the last time Tim Tom came in, prior to this, he got banned from the video game room because he tried throwing a remote at the screen. Luckily, one of the teachers was in there and dove bomb in front of the remote, so it didn't hit the screen. So he decided he was going to go in the space maze, and Tim Tom took off all of his clothes and peed in the ball pit. This is a 6-year-old boy. He's just turned 6. So none of us could get him out because there's pee in the ball pit. There's his clothes are on the top, his pee is in the ball pit, and then he's in the middle area where there's no way for us to reach in and grab him. So we call his dad and we're like, "Get your son out."
He's out again.
Well, so then the dad is up on the top floor of the space maze trying to reach down to grab Tim Tom, and Tim Tom, full on... Again, this is all hearsay, but apparently the dad had his middling groinal area in one of the holes, and Tim Tom, uppercut, or, not uppercut, spun kick his dad in the groin.
Oh,
So then I have so then there was Tim Tom's dad in the corner of the maze crying because he just had a 6-year-old boy's foot in his junk. and Tim Tom naked in the middle of the maze running around, and all the teacher, and his pee is still in the ball pit, his clothes are still on the top part of the maze, and all the teachers are like, what do we do? Like, what do we do? Do we get a knife and cut him?
I
cut
don't
him
know
out of the
what you
maze?
can do at that point. I mean, you're pretty much just screwed.
There's no winning in that situation, so we had to wait for Tim Tom's dad to like recoup a little bit, and he got him by the hair and pulled him out.
Wow.
I wish someone had been videotaping this, or recording rather, so we can put it on YouTube.
I mean, it was a pretty epic battle, and like we didn't really have to ban him. I mean, technically, kids have done that before. It's just Tim Tom is 6. He shouldn't be doing this shit anymore.
Yeah, you would think at 6 you know better, but if you have no limits put on you in life, you just do whatever you want, I suppose.
Yeah, a lot of these parents that I have, because they're the rich people parents, like they don't believe in discipline because they don't think that discipline and punishment are this. Or they think that they're the same thing when it's like, no, discipline is you don't punch people in the nuts, and punishment is, you know, actual physical abuse, or is actual abuse. So it's like, just tell your kid no. Why are you asking your 2-year-old what it wants to eat? It doesn't know what it wants to eat. If you feed it cookies all day, the 2-year-old's going to be really happy. Also sugar-filled and fat, but...
I want cookies now. Damn it, Naki. Damn it.
But then they'll feed them just junk food, and then they're like, why is my kid so hyperactive and a dick all the time? Well, maybe because you're feeding it nothing but junk food. Maybe try eating it a salad or some veggies or something.
What is this salad you speak of? It sounds ugly.
No, you put bacon on it. It's okay.
Oh, okay. That's a problem solved. So, welcome everyone to episode 159 of the All Things Good and Nerdy podcast, recorded live on May 17th, 2015, and it seems like, I'm sad to report, this might be the final Tim Tom story.
It might be.
Sorry,
I mean, Tim Tom might return. In the chat room, Willie has requested that we edit all the Tim Tom stories.
Willie. You said the word edit. Do you really think I do that? just a little bit. Tiny bit of editing. I can look into putting all those together, but the problem is I honestly don't know how many episodes have Tim Tom stories in them. Generally, they're near the front of the show, so I can try and put something together, and we can have a best of Tim Tom compilation.
Steven in the chat room is very happy with what I am saying. I cannot stand parents who are like, we talk everything out. Kristen, say no, for fuck's sake, just say no.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't have small children running around that I have to deal with. And I think the nation is glad there are no small children that have sprung from my loins running around either.
Yeah. Willie, if your friend's at my gym, I'm actually in the Chicago suburbs, so if he is, if he doesn't have kids, I'll never meet him. But if he has kids, I'll probably be bitching about him at some point or another.
I'm really scared now. I honestly am. I'm really still sad about Tim Tom stories, but I'm going to try and pull it together, carry on, because we got cool shit to talk about, and I'm glad that we've got Michelle back with us this week to talk about more cool shit.
Hi!
Yay, Michelle! She has returned.
I think we're going to have a new fight on our hands for the most number of guest host spots, because you're catching up on Ryan, I bet.
I was going to say, I talked to Ryan last night. He's like, for now, just assume I'm working every Sunday. I'm like, you're lame. He's like, I know. But on that note, I could potentially go out to where he works and score me some coffee.
Ooh, I like coffee. Or if we just really want to shake things up, we could record on one random night during the week just to try and keep the fight going and keep it fairly balanced. You never know.
ATGN After Dark.
Didn't we? Yeah, we did an episode and called it that one time because we recorded on like a Thursday night because it was a weekend, nobody was available.
Yeah, that was almost this weekend for me. But I'm here, I'm full of pills.
Never mind.
I'm gonna leave that there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let that one lay.
That's all you need to know is I'm full of pills.
Yeah, so since I have no great way to transition out of that, let's just roll into the news of the week.
Yeah.
And who would
You
like
got
to go first this week?
I have a lot of superhero news. Should we talk superhero news?
Let's do the superhero news, because that could be fun.
Okie dokie. So there were two TV trailers that premiered this week, both DC comic based. One of them is my I almost wept with joy over, which was the Supergirl trailer, which wasn't really a trailer. It was kind of like a mini episode because it was like 7 minutes long, but it was like everything I wanted Man of Steel to be, but on TV with Supergirl, which makes it 10 times better. And it's colorful, and she doesn't bring down the plane by breaking its neck, so I like it a lot. It's my new favorite trailer.
Yeah, no, she actually cares about not hurting other civilians because she turns the plane and she's trying to like save the bridge and
Well, to be fair, though, the DC TV universe cares about civilians. It's just the movie universe. We're like, fuck you, you're a civilian, you can die.
basically. I was really excited by it. I liked what Callista Flockhart's character, I can't remember her name, I think it's Kat something.
Cat Grant.
Yes, thank you. I liked her little rant about why girl is just fine better than Superwoman, and I liked that whole thing. I really liked that it's colorful. It's not dark and gritty. I really like that there's color in it.
So I mentioned this on Starling Tribune when we recorded earlier this week. The fact that Callista Flockhart's on the show, I know it's near impossible, has me hoping that we might get Harrison Ford somehow, some way, to do something.
Have they ever actually worked together on something?
I don't know.
I don't think they have.
But this could be the first time, and the nerd fanboy in me could be like, haha, Han Solo's on here. It's not going to happen, I know, but I just want it to happen.
So Star Wars is part of the Marvel, Disney.
Yeah. The House of Mouse owns him right now, especially since he wants to do another indie.
Willie in the chat room says we hate on Man of Steel too much. I really do. I don't care. Sorry, I don't. I just don't. I hate Man of Steel. It's terrible. It's not a big blue Boy Scout. It's Arnold. There's just so I can't.
He's so emo, angsty, and.
Do you remember emo Spider-Man? It's basically emo Spider-Man all over again.
Yeah. I'm going to give you a pro tip here. Don't read the new Superman comics then, because you will not like at all what is going on in those. Don't do it.
There's noises. So yeah, there was that. I really like. I like the fact that she's still kind of stumbling around on Earth, a little like confused, like of what her powers are. So I know Supergirl as, and this is gonna sound terrible, but I know Supergirl as like the fun little, like they had these little cartoon shorts with Supergirl and like oh shit, who all was in it? I know you can't see me today. I don't have a camera today, but I'm actually making a really ugly face, like trying to think of who was all. It was like this DC Super Tunes Power Hour or something like that. It was like Batgirl and Supergirl, and it was just this really cutesy little show. And Supergirl was always the funny one, and just like kind of ditzy, and she was fun. And I always like, that's the Supergirl I always think of. And it looks like they're kind of like bringing that in, and that makes me really happy.
She's playing it very similar to how Grant Gustin does. They are a character that is having fun with their powers and saving people and doing stuff, it seems like to me, and I kind of like that. Versus, oh, my powers are such a burden, it's, oh, I can go and help people.
Right. That's what I was hoping for with Supergirl, and it looks like that's what we're getting. And I'm really, really, really excited about that.
Yeah, the only thing that really has me going, what are they thinking, is the fact that, did you hear when this is going to air?
Not at a great time.
Monday nights, opposite Gotham.
Oh, God.
See, I can't stand Gotham, so that's fine.
I haven't watched Gotham yet, but you've got to think from a marketing standpoint. I know they're on different networks, but DC should probably be like, why are you guys pitting us against each other here? This is not good.
Maybe they're finally like, well, this is pretty terrible. Maybe we should get rid of Gotham.
Gotham gets awesome ratings, though.
Yeah, it does.
I like that Willie's asking, like, if Batman can be emo because of dead parents and Superman can be because of dead planet. I don't like Batman either. Shocking news. I'm so burnt out on Batman. I don't care. I get it. Your parents are dead.
So I got a question to
75
pose.
years.
I got a question to pose for you guys about Supergirl.
Okay.
It's the same showrunners as Flash and Arrow. Do you think they're going to exist in the same universe?
It would be really cool if they did.
Yeah, it would.
But network crossover is kind of hard.
Well,
Yeah.
I thought that at first too, but don't forget that CBS owns a good chunk of the CW because that's a Warner and CBS joint venture.
Oh, is it? I see. I didn't know that. So
The only thing that has me thinking it's not possible, and I've been told otherwise on other stuff, but remember, there's direct references to Superman in all of these Supergirl trailers. There is no Superman in Arrow and Flash. That's why I'm thinking they might not be linked. Now, I have been told before that I was wrong, and I can't remember who it was that told me that supposedly there was some requirement to do a crossover between the shows, but I have not seen that anywhere.
yeah, I mean, I think it would be really cool, but I don't think that it is a thing. Because they just like the reason that they have the metahumans in Flash is because of this particle explosion. There wasn't any
Right.
sort of hint of alien races or anything like that. So I don't know if they really could. I mean, they could just write it in, I suppose. But
I know I read that they want to do an Arrow Flash crossover every season.
that's
They
fine.
said every
Those are the
December
best
they want
episodes.
to try and do it.
But if they're mentioning like the Superman like in the movie, then is DC backpedaling and saying that, because before they're like our TV shows are our TV shows, the movies. So now if they're referencing Superman in Supergirl, like are they going back on that? Like it's
I think all you're going to get is a reference, and the semi-picture we got of him in the trailer is about as far as it's going to go, because if you guys remember in the trailer, you got a silhouette of Superman with the sun behind him, so you couldn't exactly tell who it was. They've been pretty steadfast to the point that no, these are not going to share a universe, that they're all separate things. Much to and that's part of the problem they have right now, why they've taken away the good toys in Arrow, like Suicide Squad's gone, Slade gone, things like that, because we can't have nice things.
They don't want to. They don't want to cross pollinate, but they made that because I think they figured that out after Stephen Amell like went out and saying that they did a really shitty thing to Grant Gustin by replacing him already in the movies.
Yeah.
Do you think that's one of the reasons why Arrow was kind of bumpy this season? Like maybe they had a plan, but then the powers that be were like, no, you can't have these characters now because of the movie, and they were kind of like maybe, oh crap, what do we do?
Yep, I exactly think that, and that's been one of my conspiracy theories I've brought up on the Starling Tribune a few times, is that Arrow made these things popular again, and you wouldn't get a Suicide Squad movie had it not been for Arrow, let's be honest, because they put that Suicide Squad together, and everyone's like, oh, this is really cool, I love it, and now it's, we have a movie, you can't touch that anymore, and it's like, what the hell, guys, we're the ones that made this interesting to folks again.
Yeah, I think it was
that's
a
been a
slap in
lot
the
of it.
face. I think it was a slap in the face to the TV producers.
Well, I mean, they see that their money is going to come from the movies. I mean, it's the same problem Marvel has. Remember, I told that story from C2E2 a few years back where they said, hey, guys, you got to remember, we make 85% of our money off movies right now. So that's why they didn't give two shits about a lot of the comic stuff.
And they don't. I mean, they like Marvel Comics has done better progressively than DC Comics, but that doesn't mean their storylines are any good.
Well, I will say Secret Wars, pretty damn cool so far.
Is it? Like,
Yeah.
But the thing that bothers me with, and this is with all comic books, I think it's not just directly at the big two, is they never really end. Well, like Lock and Key ended, and I was really excited about that, and I really hope that things end and they stay end. But like I have so many comics that just all kind of like link together, and I'm like, I wanted the story to end and the next story to begin, and comics don't really do that anymore. They just kind of like continue forever, and it's like I don't want something to continue forever.
I get that. Oh, did you guys see in the chat room how SP is watching the show today? I can share it with you. Anyone who's watching live, I'll tell, and then we'll talk about it. He has the show up on the big screen, and he is split screening the chat room and the and the video page.
Yay!
Thank you, I think.
I'm glad I'm not on screen today, because it would not be good.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, SP. Thanks
That
for
is.
watching us on TV. Does that mean we're on TV then, technically?
I'm on TV!
Look, Mom, I'm famous.
I'm
I'm
famous.
internet famous.
Yeah.
Your face. Wait. Never mind. Anyways, so the other trailer that I wanted to talk about was the Legends of Tomorrow trailer.
I'm so damn excited for this, and I didn't want to be.
I know.
I'm not gonna say what I think about Arrow because I don't know if everybody's caught up, and I don't want to like spoil it for everybody on the season finale. But I'm betting y'all can figure out how I feel about Felicity and Oliver, and I'm betting y'all can figure out how much I feel about Oliver in general. Period. The end. The best episodes this season was the Flash crossover episodes, and really all you need is the last 5 episodes. You really don't need the season at all. So you can figure it out from that little blip right there. But Legends of Tomorrow did show Oliver back in green. It also showed who we're going to get back, and one of the more interesting, the thing that made me most excited, which I talked about a little bit last week, was we got to see Hawkgirl. I love me some Hawkgirl. I love her so much. So,
Is White Canary from the comics?
I don't know, in all honesty.
I think she might be. Oh shit! What was that? Earth 2.
So, going to the Comic Vine page right now, White Canary was a mysterious new villain appearing in the Birds of Prey series. She was in 16 issues of Birds of Prey, I guess it was.
Oh, okay. So
She's
she
a
does
character
exist.
that has existed, yes. I just don't know much about it because I'm literally just going on Comic Vine as we talk about this.
I read Birds of Prey forever ago, not recently. Oh, Steven in the chat room has said this season we knocked out our hero team, which was needed after the finale last season. Season 2 finale essentially made the team invincible.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. Like, I think the thing that pissed me off the most this season is we basically turned, like, it was already pretty much headed that Arrow was Batman, but now we basically could just scratch out Arrow and write Batman, and you got the same fucking story.
Well,
And I'm so burnt out on Batman, I don't care.
Well, that's a valid criticism, and I think that's why they've made a point, both the writers and Stephen Amell, saying that the next season of Arrow is not going to be dark. They're shooting for a lighter, more fun tone on things. So I think you're going to see a shift now that they're out of this to try and make things not quite Flash-like, but not Batman-like like it has been, if that makes sense.
It's not even Batman-like. It's literally Batman.
I know.
Like, the best things to me this season was the Flash crossovers. Like, those to me felt like what Green Arrow, what this whole thing is supposed to be based on, should be.
Well, I mean, this show has all been about building him towards being Green Arrow. We haven't gotten there yet, and I think that's what we're going to start to see going forward, because I read an interview, I think, with one of the showrunners, I think I want to say it was Berlanti, but I can't remember, that said this is basically closing the first arc for Oliver Queen / the Arrow after Season 3.
Well, like I said, I hate what they did with Felicity this season, but I really like what they did with Thea. I really like that they brought her more to the front and they made her, like, her arc has been really interesting from the get-go to me. I've always liked Thea. And now that she is there, I'm trying not to spoil
Trying to
her.
stay vague for spoilers, guys.
Yeah. Now that she's there, she's at that strong point, I want the focus to shift to her.
Yeah. But if it's going to be lighter next season, then how are they going to handle the flashbacks? Because the flashbacks should be him learning Russian and being part of the Russian mob.
But he's not going to, well, he's going to Coast City, so I'm not sure what's going to be happening in Coast City.
Green Lantern is going to be happening.
Well, that's been the rumor, because if you remember, they were at Ferris Air, what was it, on Flash, they talked about a missing test pilot.
Both.
Yeah.
I can't remember which episode they dropped the reference to the missing test pilot. Whether it was
That was the Captain Cold episode, the last
Yeah.
Captain Cold episode.
So they've already set that up at least as an Easter egg. Do I think we're going to get Green Lantern? Probably not.
I mean, they could.
but
They
it'd be
could.
cool.
They could very well put John Dingle. John Dingle, really? Bleh. Face talk. John Diggle.
Yeah, they already said no.
I know. I'm just saying they very easily could.
He will have a mask of some, or excuse me, an identity concealment device of some kind next season. They said.
Oh, I almost said something about Thea and Roy, and I didn't. I'm glad I didn't because it would have spoiled something.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay very vague. And if
I'm
you guys
trying.
if you guys want to be spoiled on the season finale of Arrow, go check out the Starling Tribune. It'll be up there soon, I'm sure.
Steven is in the chat room has said like they needed the decline of the team for season 3, which I agree to a point, but they took too long with it. Like they
there were
literally
pacing issues.
this
season had bad pacing problems.
Yeah.
The season could have been the Flash episodes and the last 5 episodes, and you would have gotten the whole season to me.
But here's the thing. I've been critical on parts of this show. It's still better than half the crap that's out there anyways.
Oh, I completely agree there. I can't stand most of this
People
stuff
are critical because they've enjoyed it so much. I mean, it's not because they hate it. It's because, like, oh, I'm so invested in this, I really enjoy it. It's not a matter of criticizing to be like, oh, this thing sucks. It's criticizing because they're invested, I think.
Yeah.
And that's why I'll probably be criticizing Legends of Tomorrow, because it's only a 4-minute trailer, and I'm already like, I want this.
I'm actually like, okay, so the thing that with Legends of Tomorrow is that I got really, really excited to see Hawkgirl, and I'm like sitting there like, don't fuck her up.
You're going to want to watch Flash this week then, because the rumor is that they will introduce elements of Legends of Tomorrow, and one of those will be Hawkgirl in Flash this week.
That's fine. Like I remember Hawkgirl like when I was a kid, and like reading all I really read was like Wonder Woman and like X-Men, and those were my extensive like female comic book characters. And I remember reading Hawkgirl and being like, holy shit, whole other side of things. So to me, it's exciting to see her on screen, and I'm really excited that they're putting her in Legends of Tomorrow. And then we actually got to see the Atom shrink, and now he's the Iron Atom, and it's awesome. And
I was really happy to see Captain Cold there, because I love the way Wentworth Miller's been playing Captain Cold, and it just means more of him on screen.
I know that Wentworth Miller is gay, but I'm just saying, I love you.
Yeah, my girlfriend says the same thing, and I'm like, yeah, but he's not interested, dear.
So what? So what? We can admire from afar.
It's true. I mean, I'm taken happily. Just, you know.
You guys don't have a list of people, your cheat card list that you're allowed.
Yeah, but he
to
didn't make
sign
the
up
cheat card list because I know I have no chance in hell. I don't have the correct anatomy for him. So,
that's true.
Yeah, he's not on my list because I don't have that. So I can just look at him. That's fine. He's very pretty. He was pretty in Jailbreak?
Prison Break.
Prison Break. And like he's just a pretty man.
Right. So we also found out in Legends Tomorrow, it seems like the big bad's going to be Vandal Savage, which I think is kind of cool to have him part of everything now.
Anybody else get amused that the time traveler's companion who died a lot is now the time traveler? Because that made me giggle.
Yes, that was pretty cool. What else? What were some of the... Oh, the Easter egg. I told you guys about this in the pre-show, but I completely missed it until my buddy at work showed me. Did you guys catch the Reverse Flash in the time machine in this trailer?
I didn't when I first saw
I missed it.
Yeah, I missed it too. I literally had someone show it to me. So if you're watching live right now, you can go in the chat. You can see on screen. It is literally Harrison Wells / Eobard Thane, or Thawne, wearing the Reverse Flash costume with the hood pulled back in the time machine. I'm so excited. I wonder if this is how he goes back to confront Barry when Barry goes back in time to save his mom or something. I don't know how they're going to connect it all, but I'm intrigued.
Huh.
I love the Flash.
Reverse Flash is basically in everything, anyways. I mean, he's always the big bad against Barry. So
that's because he hates him.
In the chat room, Enrique Draftman was like, Rory is a Time Lord. Steven says, yes, I did. I don't know what reference to. Hey, if SP thinks he can convert Stephen Amell, Naki is okay to think she can convert Wentworth Miller. But I'm not 100% sure it's from this week's Flash finale.
I think he's talking about the Harrison Wells image.
Oh, okay.
I don't know where all. I know they filmed some stuff specially, and I think some of it's probably going to be in the Flash finale. I don't know how they broke it all up. I mean, for a show that they've literally just gotten signed off on and probably not started production on, this is a lot of stuff they had in a trailer, and I was excited to see it.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where they go. Sorry, I forgot to turn off the sound on my phone. I'm excited to see where they go with Legends of Tomorrow. The only thing I'm worried about with all this talk that we're doing right now, is that we're going to burn out our creators.
That's a very valid concern that I had too, because now they're doing 4 shows.
Yeah. They need to get a really good support system going.
Yeah. Or just start writing right now. Don't take any breaks and just start writing after every season ends.
No, that means that it's gonna suck. Like, they're gonna burn out too fast.
Well, I meant you can pace yourself more then. You can make, I don't have to rush to fit the TV schedule. I can write a little bit over these next couple weeks. And
True.
I don't know. It's wishful thinking. I just don't want it to suck, and that's one of my concerns, is that too much on their plate. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope it's not a problem.
Well, I hope they just hammered out with DC what characters they have now. And I think if they know what characters they have now, they can really sort of go, okay, this is what we have, and now we can, plan accordingly and have everything go smoother.
Yeah, that's possible. I'm just super excited. I did not expect that. I thought Legends Tomorrow was a cash grab, and I was like, I might watch it here and there, but I didn't expect to be excited for it. And I watched that trailer, and I was like, holy crap. I want to see this now. How the hell did this happen?
Yeah, same here.
I am as usual. I am skeptical, but I am still at the same time like I'm gonna watch it. So whatever.
Yeah. So looking at the time, we probably should move on to some other news stories, and I'll go real quick because we might not want to talk about mine long because it's kind of scary, and then we'll go to Michelle's last. But
it's all of my fears.
Yeah. So you guys know in-flight entertainment on airplanes. That's a great thing. It allows me to watch TV, watch movies, be entertained while things are flying. Well, maybe it's not so great, because a security researcher by the name of Chris Roberts, who works for One World Labs, he totally hacked through the in-flight entertainment, according to the feds. He has not gone to trial, but according to what has been released, he hacked into the in-flight entertainment system, and using that, he was then able to take control of the plane to an extent. I'm scared. According to this, he overrode code on the plane's thrust management computer while aboard the flight, and he was able to issue a climb command which made the plane briefly change course, according to documents that have been released.
So allegedly.
Allegedly.
How in the heck would that be connected?
So, I don't know exactly, but looking at this, what ended up happening is I guess he sat in one of the rows where he could get to, where'd it go? There's a box, basically a wire hub box or whatever, and he put a modified Cat6 cable in and was able to connect into the system.
Yeah. See,
wow.
I have a fear as it is of like technology, like animatronics and things like that, and robots, and how much people can find out about me because I use the internet. It's kind of terrifying. And then now next time I'm on a flight, I'm gonna get rerouted to someplace else. I'm gonna Bermuda Triangle myself.
He had to obtain physical access to the network, and that box that he went through was called the Seat Electronic Box, which were installed 2 to a row on each side of the aisle under passenger seats on select planes. He removed the cover by wiggling and squeezing the box, and then used a Cat6 Ethernet cable that had been modified to connect the box to his laptop, and then used default IDs and passwords to gain access to the entertainment system. Once he was there, he gained access to other systems. So part of the problem is the security sucks on these things. They're using default passwords.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
SP has said in the chat room, someone's going to hack Naki's robot penis. Yeah, that's a terrifying thought.
Yeah,
Ugh.
so where it gets really interesting is at one point, I guess this researcher talked about the fact he just kind of scanned through things before and never done anything on the planes, and now the FBI is asserting that he took control of the plane and that they are potentially exploring criminal charges, which, yeah, that's probably a good thing. He said he'd taken over plane controls and stuff in a simulated event, but if you actually did it for real, shame on you.
Wow.
I mean, it's just How far have you gotten in Archer yet?
I
It's
don't
actually
even
in the
know.
first episode where he hacks into his own system by just being like, well, he's hacking into the mainframe and he's like, I don't know the password. I don't know. Guessed. That worked? The fuck? That's just Babytown Frolic. Basically.
Yeah, it just scares the crap out of me. And hopefully now there is a little more emphasis on using proper security protocols to lock down things that might seem not that important, like in-flight entertainment, but really are because they're a pathway to everything else.
I mean, they won't let you
Scary.
take on like tweezers on an airplane. So it's like, come on, people, like get with it. It's 2015.
Yeah, it scares the crap out of me. I think the best quote I've seen in regards to this event came from Alex Stamos, who is the Chief Information Security Officer of Yahoo, who said, "You cannot promote the idea that security research benefits humanity while defending research that endangered hundreds of innocents." So if he actually did do that, that's a line. There's such a thing as a white hat hacker, yeah. But if you actually, as part of trying to say you're a white hat hacker, took control of the plane, no, you lose all credence. You're not a white hat anymore.
Exactly.
That scared me. It's legitimate news, and it's legitimate tech news and things that would fall in this. So I kind of wanted to bring it up, but
I mean, yeah, that's legit, but it's still like.
Yeah, I just
Gotta go
decided
bury my computer in the backyard.
I didn't need to go do dick and fart news today. I did real news, and it was pointed out to me that SP had shared this in a chat this morning. That is true. I had read about it earlier this week, though, too. So SP and I were of like-minded opinions on news.
I feel like you and SP are pretty like-minded, period.
We disagree sometimes, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know, SP, do we disagree? You gotta tell me what I think.
I've listened to some of the other podcasts. You guys do disagree.
Sometimes.
I just disagree sometimes for shits and giggles, though, let's be honest.
I know. It's been, like, we've been doing this for 3 years now. Fully aware. 3 years, Chris. And, like, before that, we were friends. I've known you longer than some of my actual, like, that doesn't make sense. Hang on. Wait, that was almost mean. I didn't mean to say that.
Are you trying to hurt me emotionally? Because it's
No.
okay, I don't have emotions.
But I've known you longer than some people in my life currently, like boyfriend.
Yeah. This is true.
Yeah.
But
that's a thing.
that's going to wrap my serious news. Michelle, what'd you have for us?
I have something that's disappointing. There's this, I think really everyone on the earth has seen Avengers: Age of Ultron now, and besides, this moment was in the promotional, trailers and stuff, so I'm not really spoiling it. That moment where it's an awesome moment, when Black Widow, they're in the plane, she gets on the motorcycle and she jumps out of the plane, she picks up Cap's shield, and it's an awesome moment in the movie. Well, they made toys out of that moment. So they got the plane, they got the motorcycle, and on the motorcycle is Captain America, not the Black Widow. They actually say, you could put Black Widow in the cockpit. It's like, no, Black Widow on the motorcycle, like that's where she belongs. So it's just upsetting that Marvel again is just sort of like cutting out their badass female characters from their merchandise. They did it with Gamora, where they didn't even put Gamora on the Guardians of the Galaxy watch, and it's just one of those things that, if you're a white guy, you have a lot of video games with people that look like you have toys with, that look like you, and all these type of things, and it's like, if you're not a white guy, you don't have a lot, and here we are, we're just looking forward to something, and then it's like, again, it gets cut out again, and it just hurts. Like, I don't want to buy anything. I don't want to buy, stuff.
They did that on purpose. It's there's an article floating around. I can't find it. I'm looking for it. That Disney bought Marvel and Star Wars to head off their boy market, quote unquote. Like, they have the girls cornered with the princesses. They've got princesses shit everywhere. So they don't think that they need to make the Black Widow, Gamora, the Captain Marvel toys. And they're wrong, first off, because they think that little boys don't want these things, but they do. But then there's also little girls who are all like, hey, superheroes, yay! Obviously, those of us here.
Captain Marvel?
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
right there.
For those listening to the podcast, I held up a Captain Marvel action figure.
But they said that, you know, they bought these things to corner the boy market, and what they missed out on, and this is the thing that has pissed me off, is like they don't market. If they want this quote unquote boy market, they don't market the movies that they have quote unquote as boy movies. Like, we went to Disney World when we were in California. Frozen shit fucking everywhere. So I hate
just frozen shit everywhere, period.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, go to Disney World and it's like 5,000 times more in your face. And I'm like sitting here like, you know, you had another movie come out since then, right? You had Big Hero 6, which was a fucking amazing movie. It had, you know, it had your action girls, it had your action boys, it had a kick-ass robot, it had a really complex plot.
I don't
was
think
really
they
good.
Big Hero 6 to be as good or popular as it ended up being.
Right. But they didn't do any marketing for it, though, either.
No, they didn't. I had to do word of mouth to figure out that it was, you know, good. Same thing with the animated movie Home. You know, that was also word of mouth, something that I want to watch. I mean, it's just over and over again. It's like half the population. It's like, we want to give you more money because we already went to the movie and we saw this great moment in the movie, or we saw this great character in the movie, and now she's not in the toy, she's not on the T-shirt, she's not on the watch.
She's a little corner in the poster.
Yeah, she's just that itty bitty, and it's just.
Where's my Scarlet Witch shit?
I know. Like, I would go for that. Like, I would, you know, like, where are all those action figures? Where's the Black Widow? And
well, to be clear, though, the action figure lineup for the Avengers stuff sucks. There are no good toys that came out for the Avengers stuff.
But that doesn't make it right.
I'm not saying it makes it right. They're just garbage in general is all I'm saying. There's poor decision-making that went into that, period.
Yeah, and you know what? The demand for Black Widow things, there's this great fan-made trailer for a Black Widow movie that came out this week. The person put Avengers footage from when Renner was born, and some of like from her movie Lucy, and made this trailer about like how Hawkeye was sent to like kill her, and then they end up teaming up and stuff. It's this amazing trailer.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's really good.
It's not just women who are watching it. It's like everyone who's a fan of her. You know, boys and girls and those who identify as other than boys and girls, you know, are wanting it. So it's like, you know, I know you have a lot of money, but don't you want more money? It's
like, I mean, Disney already takes most of my money anyways by having Marvel and Star Wars and
Disney,
you know, Disney in general. Like, they have a lot of my money, and they could definitely take more if they would finally just pull their heads out of their asses and be like, oh, what do you mean little boys want Gamora, little boys want Black Widow, and then all the adult females are like, hey, we do too.
Yeah.
And it's like, they're like, oh no, we don't want you. You have all your princess shit over here. It's pink. Here, enjoy. And it's I'm making all these awesome hand motions, and I realize I'm not on camera. I should probably stop doing that.
Like, one of the good things that Amazon actually took off boy toys and girl toys. It's just toys now, and that's where we need to go. I mean, it's ridiculous, this whole things just for boys, things just for girls, and for some reason it keeps getting worse. I don't understand. It's like I've said, it's 2015, and for some reason it just keeps getting worse, and like, I don't get that. It's really been baffling me.
So I will say that the Marvel Legends line has done a good job of having both male and female characters in it. That's the 6-inch tall figures they have, because like, you can't see them on my wall very well, but on my wall right now I've got a Black Cat, Spider-Woman, Scarlet Witch, Captain Marvel figures right there that I just bought off the shelf. Things like that. So they've done a good job of sprinkling in different characters there and not having it all just be dudes, which has been nice to see.
That's cool.
I'll also say I don't think the Lego thing's nearly as egregious because it's Legos. You can put them wherever. That's just how they did it in the promo art.
I mean, I like Lego. They're usually pretty gender neutral, or at least they used to be really gender neutral, and then they stopped being gender neutral, and then
Yeah, there's some
they're
issues with
they're going-
Lego.
they're trying to go back into being gender neutral, and I hope that sticks.
Yeah, because they got criticized for like some sets just being definitely geared toward boys and forgetting like women are in science too, Lego. You know, it's
Sure.
so yeah.
We're getting quite kinky in the chat room.
That's what scares me, honestly. I'm a little scared.
Kinktacular. Anyways, I mean, growing up, I remember, not really caring if I had the quote-unquote boy toys or quote-unquote girl toys. I never really liked Barbie. I always took off their heads and I switched them with the Ken bodies because I thought it was funny. And, like, it's just, it's gotten to a point where, like, I'm in the room with the kids, and I'll hear a little boy go, "Girls can't play Minecraft. It's a boy game." And I tell him, I'm like, "I play Minecraft." "Yeah, but you're not a girl." "Okay, what am I?" "I don't know." "Okay." "So why can't I play it?" "You can play it. You're a teacher. You're allowed to do whatever you want." But like, and then I'll just shush them all off, and I make the girls play because I'm like, if you want to play, then play. Don't tell them you can't do it because you're a girl. I have a soft spot for that, though, obviously.
Yeah. So, I know we need to make this a little bit of a quicker show, so we'll start wrapping up. But before we do, if you listen to ATGN, you probably listen to other stuff on the network. But if you haven't listened to some other stuff on the network, we want to give you a taste of some of the things that are going out there. So, if you're a big fan of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or any of the Marvel cinematic movies or Netflix projects, you should go check out Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. over at GonnaGeekNetwork.com. The most recent episode, 74, takes place and covers the finale of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which I thought was a solid episode.
Oh,
They discuss SOS Parts 1 and 2. The trio on the show also recap the Marvel news this week, as well as providing some listener feedback, and they are gearing up for their summer project, which is Netflix's Daredevil. So if you enjoyed Daredevil, Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. is going to start covering that this summer. So go check it out, Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. over at GonnaGeekNetwork.com. I enjoy it. I got way behind on S.H.I.E.L.D. for a while, so I'm way behind on that podcast.
I still don't watch that show. Maybe
Sucks to
one
be
day.
you, Naki.
Maybe.
I think it's interesting what they've done with Sky. Like
Yes.
I didn't realize
She's
from
still
season one what they were going to do with her.
She is still the ultimate Mary Sue character, though, because she can do everything.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, interesting character, but if you were a fanfic reader or writer, she's a Mary Sue.
I know. But still, at least she's a girl.
Oh, I don't disagree. And Melinda May is still one of my favorite characters on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, and I like Bobby.
I like May's backstory that's been revealed this season and the understanding of things like that and how the characters kind of evolved. And I'm not going to spoil anything in case people haven't seen.
Yeah, that was cool.
Bobby's been fun as well. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has gotten, man, if you compare the first half of season 1 to what we're getting nowadays, you're like, holy crap, this is so much better. So much better. So I did want to touch on one last news story before we start wrapping things up. Supposedly, Sony is close to casting their new Spider-Man. Did you guys hear who that was going to be?
Yeah.
So they are going the younger route. Supposedly Asa Butterfield, who was in Ender's Game as Ender, is going to be the new Spider-Man. Latino Review is saying they are just finalizing paperwork right now.
That's young.
He is 18, but does not appear to be 18 in some of his pictures. If you haven't seen it on the live stream right now, there's a side-by-side comparison of Ultimate Peter Parker and Asa Butterfield from a recent promotional shot of some kind. But it kind of fits with their model of what they wanted to do, have a younger character in the MCU, because everyone in the MCU right now is probably mid-30s or older.
Yeah.
Most of the main characters. I haven't seen anything the kid's been in, but I know my dad loved the Ender's Game movie because he loved the books and said he was a good actor in it. So, hey, let's go.
Yeah, he was a good Ender, but that's all I've seen him as. I mean, but Ender's really serious and stuff, so.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they're going to do it, but at the same time, Marvel hasn't let me down. I would assume that Marvel is working with Sony on this decision.
Well, Sony is so broke.
Ain't that the truth?
I mean, they are so broke. They're probably just going, "You're giving us money? We don't fucking care what you're doing with Spider-Man. We get money? Yeah, fuck it up, do whatever, fuck it up. We don't care. Money, yay." But I'm so tired of Spider-Man right now.
Is it like how I feel about Batman?
Yeah, I'm about getting. It's like, how many Batman origins are we going to get? How many Spider origins are we going to get? It's just, oh. Because they have to do an origin story for Spider-Man, aren't they?
That's the rumor, is they're not going to do the origin story.
I'd be okay with that. We really don't need another origin.
His first appearance is going to be, well, the rumor is Spider-Man's first appearance is going to be in Civil War, which they're filming right now.
Avengers 2.5?
Yeah, pretty much. Avengers 2.5.
God, that movie's getting so crowded.
Yeah, but it's the Russo brothers that are behind it, so I trust them.
Yeah, they did really good with Winter Soldier.
They did really good with Winter Soldier, and most of the episodes of Community that I love were done by one of the Russo brothers.
But they're doing the Infinity War, the next Avengers movie too.
They are.
I'm really, really excited for that.
Yeah, me too. Me too. But we should start wrapping things up. We've went really heavy on the trailers, but that's because the upfronts were a big deal this week, and they're exciting to see. It's a good time to enjoy these kind of TV shows. So we'll wrap up in our normal way. This is where we share with the listeners, you, our audience, what it is we've been getting into, what we are getting into going ahead. Basically, it's a chance for us to share whatever geeky things we're getting into. I'm going to toss it to Naki first.
I'm still obsessing over Steven Universe. I'm playing on my phone. I'm playing a game called Attack the Light, which is a Steven Universe RPG. Which, even if you're not a Steven Universe fan, the game is just a really, really well done RPG. So you got that, and then it's like $3. And then I've been working on projects that I still haven't quite officially announced because I've been having issues with the sound coming through, which is why I have ordered the headset that we were talking about prior. On top of that, I have finished school for the semester. Yay!
You have free time again, is what you're saying.
For about 3 weeks, and then I start again. But it's only an 8-week gym class, so yes, I have free time again. I am... I've caught up on all of Flash and all of Arrow this week. So the only thing I am missing now is the Flash finale, which will be next week, and I'm excited. So
I can't wait.
Draftsman in the chat room said he has just started watching Steven Universe, and you will finish it in a day because it's the best show that's on TV. Like, even Ryan, our resident My Little Pony fan, has said that My Little Pony is shit next to Steven Universe. So
he's like one of the ultimate bronies.
Yeah. Except not a brony, because a lot of the bronies are scary. He doesn't like being called a brony because it scares him.
Oh, I'm totally doing it next time he's on then.
And that's basically all I got for this week.
So I will go next so that our guest can close it out. I have been just busy with work and the closing of WVU's baseball season because I had season tickets there. So I've been going to a lot of baseball, working, and when I had time in between, I've been playing Titanfall again because somehow I'm hooked on it again, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. This is bad.
My boyfriend wants to play with you.
Phrasing.
I don't think I want to do the phrasing on that. I'm just saying, boyfriend wants to play with you. There you go. You take that how you wish.
So I'm not sure how to take that. I'm caught up on all of the shows that I have been watching. So Gotham is there for me to watch if I ever get motivated. I have all but one episode of Constantine still to watch.
Finish it off. And then
at this point, it's canceled, so I don't really care.
But be in the same field as us because it lands on such a cliffhanger.
Become one of us.
Well, don't tell me it ends on a cliffhanger. Now I don't want to watch it because I'm going to get pissed off.
Watch it!
Watch it!
No, I don't want to get there and get angry because of a cliffhanger.
Watch it!
Peer pressure's not going to work.
Watch it!
Watch it or I'll never say robot penis again.
I have it recorded enough times I can make it sound like you're saying robot penis.
Aw, damn it.
Remember, I edit the show.
I will never tell another Tim Tom story again.
Yeah, that doesn't faze me either.
I will never tell you a story again.
Please watch it. Please watch it.
It's on the list. I'll get to it at some point, but I have a lot of other stuff I need to watch, and I'm supposed to be starting my Battlestar rewatch soon, and that's more important than just about anything else. Because I love Battlestar Galactica, and I'm sad that Admiral Adama on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., what happened to him?
I know.
Let me pour one out for my homie.
Yeah.
So that's really about all I've been getting into is playing video games in between work and craziness. But what about you, Michelle? What have you been getting into?
I've been getting ready for. I'm going out of town next week, so I have a whole bunch of that type of stuff doing. But this week, for some reason, I decided to watch Legend of Korra. The first 2 seasons are available if you're an Amazon Prime member. They're automatically available for you. But I did end up buying seasons 3 and 4 because I was just so into it and everything. It's a really, really good show. I've been reading some trade paperbacks. Like last night, I finished Volume 2 of Rat Queens, which I really like that series. 4 sassy, interesting women have this team, and it's a fantasy. It's really cool, battling orcs and other weird Cthulhu type creatures. What am I getting into?
You said Cthulhu, and all I could think was the the South Park episode with the coon and Cthulhu.
Yeah. Let's see, I'm caught up on my watching and stuff, so because of all the season finales. What I would like to get into now, because all those shows are starting to wind down, is I want to watch Daredevil. So I'm thinking probably since Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s doing that, then I might follow their pace, so that way, that would be cool. So yeah, because I do need to watch Daredevil, but I watch so many TV shows during the season that, I just put that on the back burner.
And that's easy enough to do because you can watch it whenever easily enough. It's not like you have to oh my god, these are on my DVR, or it's on demand and it expires in 3 weeks. You can take your own pace, which is nice.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's so good. Pretty much everyone here has universally loved it.
Okay, cool.
Even the #1 Hornhead fan, Brian himself, loved it.
Oh,
I had to drop Hornhead fan just for him. I'm here to help.
He's got little horns. little horns.
Yeah. So.
I know. It's okay.
Yeah, I was just gonna try and leave that one untouched.
What happened? I clicked the thing on accident. Whoops, not bad.
So I think that's probably gonna wrap us up for this week. Unless you guys had any final thoughts you wanted to share.
Robot penis.
You just made a liar of yourself without any problem.
I know.
You just can't resist, can you?
It's just really hard. I've got this thing. It's standing erect next to me, and it's right there. I know exactly what I said. And
see, I have a robot ball.
So, I'm not even sure how to transition off of that one, guys. If you want to hear more talk about robot penises and robot balls, make sure you check out All Things Good and Nerdy each week. We stream live at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central over at live.atgnpodcast.com or GonnaGeek.com/live. And I've tried so hard not to laugh, I'm tearing up right now.
I know, it's making me laugh harder.
Don't forget, you can find us on social media, on Twitter at ATGN Podcast, or on Facebook at facebook.com/allthingsgoodandnerdy. And if you want to hear more...
Keep linking.
if you want to tell us what you think about the robot penis or robot ball, make sure you leave us a voicemail at 304-806-ATGN on the ATGN hotline.
He's crying.
So,
Oh God.
so I think that's going to wrap us up, and I'm going to toss to one of you guys to finish the outro.
I can't breathe.
Tune in next week to see if I live through the post show. Bye, guys.
Bye.